With the transition to spring and summertime here in Alaska, not only do we lose our night sky, we begin to race to stock our shelves for the winter, take in as much sunshine and warmth as we can while it's here, and venture out to explore, relax, and grow. In our area this year, we had an extended winter which put a lot of the growing season behind by at least a couple of weeks. And with only about 12 to 14 weeks of good growing time, that can make a huge difference. Nevertheless, you get up each day, rain or shine, and you get to work. You overcome the daily hurdles, adapt, and achieve your daily successes. So tonight we just got back and we were blessed with somebody in the community giving away free rhubarb. They had lots of rhubarb that was ready and they don't like rhubarb. So they basically said if we wanted to come pick it, we could have some. We just couldn't take it all or dig it up, which was fine. There was actually so much. And so we have been blessed with fresh rhubarb for free, free 99.
Well, whatever's free is worth saving up for.
That's right. Yep. And just recently we were given potato starts, lots of potato starts. We were given dirt to fill some of our garden beds. So I just feel so grateful for the little community we have here. And we're going to get this cut up, get the leaves cut up. For those of you who don't know, the leaves are poisonous for people and for animals if you ingest them. So we're getting the leaves cut off, and then we're going to put those right out to the trash so that way we take no chance in the dogs getting a hold of them.
Because they will.
Yep. So we ended up with 12 cups of cut up rhubarb, and this will be good for 2 good-sized pies. And all that we had to do was respond to the person giving it away and go pick it, and clean it up ourselves, which we're pretty excited about. We also were able to get a couple stalks from our own rhubarb plants this year, and that is incorporated in all this as well. And then we'll check again in another week and see how ours is doing, see if any more of the stalks will be ready. But we're really excited about this. And we are going to head to the Renaissance Festival for today. We're going to meet the kids there. And right now it is currently, I want to say about 57 degrees outside.
63.
Oh, it has warmed up. It is 63, and the high is only like 64, 65 today with a little chance of rain. But we're gonna head to the Renaissance Festival. This is my first time going to anything big since I've been down and not feeling well, so hopefully everything will go well. But we're looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. We were not able to go last year, but the year before we did go, and there were a lot of activities there. There were a lot of vendors that we see around Alaska for the different events throughout the year. And even at the fair, we see a lot of the same vendors, a lot of the same food trucks. But it is a fun time, and just looking forward, if nothing else, to getting out for a little bit. But we're going to bring you along for the ride and hopefully get to show you some really cool things. All right, we have officially made it to the venue. We went to park. They have shuttles going back and forth from the university to the venue. The only parking at the venue this year is for handicap, and they don't even have enough parking spots for handicap. But the lines, there were 2 lines at the university, both wrapped around opposite ends of the building. So we ended up catching an Uber with some other ladies that were coming to the same venue. Now we are in a line that's crazy long just to get inside. But we are here, and the kids are already inside.
What?
All right, we are officially in. We are in the gate for the Renaissance Fair. And this is the Three Barons Renaissance Fair here in Anchorage, Alaska. So, hey, come check out Timbo's Licorice. They have got very long licorice. I think they're about 2 feet long, all different flavors. These people also come to the state fair and bring their wonderful product as well. The Three Barons Renaissance Fair started back in 1993. The current location of the fair is at the Russian Jack Springs Park North in Anchorage, Alaska. I'll put a link to the fair in the description of this video.
Can you touch it? Oh, here it goes. Touch it. Say thank you. Okay, sit back down. Sit back down, honey. Oh, you want to touch me? Okay, sit down. Sit down, honey. Sit back down.
You will begin your adventure on Renaissance Road and embark on foot into a world of brave knights and fair maidens. Experience thrilling sword fights and jousting, wandering entertainers, fairies, royalty, and more. Along the path, grab some goat giggles from the baby goats, your favorite drinking horn from the merchant shop, or visit the alchemist and the friendly dragon.
I apologize for anything. I don't know if you noticed, but it's very short. Really? Well, this ain't gonna last long.
And now we must away, my lady. The villain has been vanquished, the debt forgiven, and I've developed a deep mistrust of scissors.
dogs at Ye Old Wienery.
All the way in the back.
Go, Giggles.
I called her and told her. Found her.
She's like,
You see the cat on the leash?
yeah, she's like, we're going to
Back with your triple. One fritter. You build the triple. Here. Hold out on fries for your triple, okay?
All right.
How good is it?
Very good.
Yeah? What do you think, Kyrie? Is it yummy? Did you like seeing the baby goats? Yes. So we opted to get some halibut and corn fritters. And this is literally some of the best halibut in the state of Alaska. They also come to the state fair and we get this every year. It's so delicious. Thank you. And with that, it had been a long day for me already. So we headed back home where chivalry is real and my hero always shines. Today we are trying something new. I wanted to make some dandelion jelly this year, so we're out picking up dandelions. And this is just one part of our yard, but we woke up and we finally have dandelions. We haven't had dandelions yet, so they're just starting to come out. And we're gonna need 4 to 6 cups of these dandelion heads to get started, so I have a little helper. And we're going to go ahead and pick up dandelions.
What did you make?
Do they smell delicious? Mmm.
Is it good?
They smell pretty, don't they?
Go! Oh, it's flowers.
Yeah, lots of flowers.
Oh, flowers.
Yeah, the tops.
Top. Hello, bud.
All right, well,
Bucket.
Look at her basket.
Bucket.
She's got it full.
she's going
Black logo.
like your mother.
Flowers.
She's going to wind up with white, black dots all over her t-shirt. How long did it take us to figure out where those black dots
Oh my
came
gosh.
from?
Months.
Flower bucket.
Yeah, you have a nice flower basket.
Oh, wow.
And up one more. I don't know if you noticed the lilac bushes over on the other side.
Uh-huh.
At the tops of the one, they're starting to
Oh, okay.
get some blooms on them.
We'll have to go check that out.
And then water.
Okay?
Flower bucket. Look at that.
Ooh, let's see your flower basket. Let me see your basket.
See?
Ooh, look at your basket. Look at all the flowers you have. Look.
Yummy.
Yummy. Do you want to get more?
That's so good.
Oh, flower.
That's so good.
Okay, we have a whole bowl of our dandelions. Most of them don't have the stems. We tried to bring in as few stems as possible. But I have a whole bowl full. I need 4 packed cups of just the dandelion heads, the yellow part. We want to take all the green part off because it can create a bitter taste with the dandelion jelly. But that's what I'm going to do next. I did just find a goldenrod crab spider in with the dandelions, which is actually pretty cool. I'll try to insert a little video on the spider, but it changes colors with the flower that is on. So it was all yellow. It was beautiful. But I did save it, and I took him outside and let him go outside so he can go help the rest of the flowers that are outdoors. But I'm going to go ahead and separate the petals from the green and the stems. So the next step though is to steep. We're gonna make like a dandelion tea. I have the water, it's just started boiling. Boiling 8 cups of water. And we need to pour that over our dandelions. So I'm gonna put these in here. Okay. And then I'm going to pour the boiling water over this. We're going to let it steep. You can steep it at least an hour to 2 hours. You can steep it up to 24 hours if you'd like. After you're done steeping it, then you'll have to drain it in some cheesecloth, which I will walk everybody through that as well. Right now we're going to do the steeping process. And I'm just going to take like a spaghetti utensil or a pasta utensil, whatever you want to call it. Work these all in.
It's an interesting odor.
Smells like wet dandelions.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and set this on the back of the stove. I'm going to let it steep at least 2 hours, but most likely I'm going to let it steep overnight to get a more rich flavor for the dandelion tea, because then it will give us a richer flavor in the jelly as well. That's what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to go ahead and set this bowl on the back of the
Be
stove.
able to grab that?
I got it.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and let that steep.
Okay.
All right, the next step in making our dandelion jelly is I let the dandelion heads, all the petals, we let them steep, and I let them sleep actually overnight. So they steeped for just under 12 hours actually. And then my video camera wasn't working. It didn't actually record what I was doing, but so what I've done so far is I took cheesecloth and I filtered all of the petals out kept all the dandelion tea. When you steep that, you end up with a tea. So this is the dandelion tea. I've got my dandelion petals in the cheesecloth, and I've just been squeezing just to get any of the last little bits of the liquid out. And then once we finish that, we're going to actually start making the jelly. So the next step, I've got my tea warming. We're going to bring that to a boil. I'm going to add 6 cups of honey, and then we're going to add some lemon juice. This particular recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. I'm going to start off with probably 1/8 of a cup and see how it is. The acidic portion is good for the jelly. Sometimes too much lemon is a little too much for me. So I'm going to decrease the lemon juice just by a little bit, and then I'll slowly add more lemon juice in as I see fit. But that's what I'm going to do. I also have some pectin. There's many different types of pectin. Our store was, often I'll use like Sure Gel. The store was completely out of Sure Gel, and this was the only pectin they had made by Ball. I've not used this before, but I did look up the measurements. So I'll add a little bit of pectin in with this as well. Not everybody adds pectin in with dandelion jelly. I am going to add some in only because I haven't made the dandelion jelly like this before, and I want to make sure that it sets up. So I will add some pectin in as well. But we're going to go ahead. Okay, so I have our dandelion tea starting to simmer. I did add just under 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and I'm going to start adding in the first 2 cups of our honey. This particular recipe calls for 6 cups of honey. So I'm going to add them in 2 cups at a time, and then stir it up. I did turn the heat down to like a medium heat because we don't want it to actually boil. We want it to simmer. I'm going to go ahead and continue. I'm going to stir this slowly, and I'm going to add the rest of the honey mixture. And we're going to let that simmer just for a few moments, and I'll be right back. However, you do want to bring the final boil, the final product to a boil. Let it boil for 1 to 2 minutes. And it was just starting to boil. And then I have my jars. They're all heated up, so that as soon as this is ready to go in the jars, I can go ahead and put it right into the jars. But we're going to let this, again, just come to a boil. You only let it boil for 1 to 2 minutes. And then the honey products that I've been using, we actually keep a lot of honey on hand. So I had multiple products, but I've got some pure honey, Northwest, that's raw and unfiltered. We had some organic raw and unfiltered honey. And then just to top it off, we had, and forgive me if I pronounce this incorrect, Makamai honey, which is made with guava blossom. This is a product from Hawaii that we get from one of the home shows that we go to. There is a booth set up there, and they have this product each time. It's very, it's thick and it's very rich. This comes from the guava blossom, but I added some of this just to top it off. So those are the honey products that we're using. Okay, so I transferred my dandelion jelly mixture into a larger pot, which I should have just did that to begin with, but I did that so I could bring it to a proper boil. My containers, or all my jars, I just took out, so they are ready, because as soon as this comes to a boil for 1 to 2 minutes, it will be ready to be put in the jars. So I have my jars ready to go. That will be the next step once this boils. It is boiling, but I'm gonna let it boil for 2 minutes, and then I'll bring you along to show you how I'm gonna put it in the jars and how we're gonna prepare the jars. Wow, this smells awesome. It smells so wonderful. It definitely smells like citrus and honey. Citrus and honey. That's the key. It smells wonderful. Okay, the next step, I'm just using a clean cloth. You can use a paper towel if you'd like. I put a little bit of white vinegar on here, and I'm gonna go around and clean off all the rims, just in case if there's any residue, anything left behind, you wanna get that cleaned off so that when you put your lid on, it will create a true seal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the lids and the rings, and we're gonna go ahead and put those on. And then I'm gonna start water bathing. I'm gonna place these, because this is a hot product. Our jars were hot, our water is hot. I'm gonna put the lids and the rings on and then place them in the water bath canner, bring that to a boil, and we're gonna let it boil for 10 minutes. Okay, I'm placing all the jars in the water bath canner. Like I said, it's a hot product, so the water's already warmed up. It wasn't at a boiling, but it is hot. We're gonna get all the jars in here, and then we're gonna water bath. Once everything comes to a boil, we'll water bath for 10 minutes. You do want to keep the water about 1 inch to 1.5 inches over the top of the jelly jars. Okay, I have all my jars in the water bath canner. We're going to go ahead and wait for this to come to a boil. It doesn't take long, so don't walk away for a long period of time. I am going to go ahead and put the lid on. But again, we're going to bring that to a boil. And like I said a number of times, we're going to let it boil for 10 minutes once it comes to a full boil. And then we'll be able to take our jars out and our product will be done as far as the cooking part. It will need to set for 24 hours, but I'm looking forward to the end product. All right, so our dandelion jelly is officially done. We've let it set, and I ended up with a dozen, so 12 jelly jars or 12 pint jars of dandelion jelly. So I just wanted to show you how it turned out. It set very well, as you can see, and it does have that jelly texture. I know it looks like it's falling out, but it really isn't. And it's got definitely a deep honey, like an amber honey look to it. And so I'm just going to give it a try real quick. I have a piece of sourdough that I just lightly toasted. And you can see that the jelly definitely has a nice jelly texture consistency. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here to give it a try. It smells like honey. Definitely smells very much like honey and citrus. Okay, I have about a tablespoon of jelly on here. Delicious. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to send me some, your questions or comments. I will put the recipe in the comments as well, or in the description of the video. And hope if you try it that you like it as well. We're on our way to Willow, Alaska for our favorite farmers market. On the way to Willow, just as you get into town, there is a small hill or a ridge, and on a very clear day, you may get lucky enough to look straight ahead towards the mountain range and get a nice picture of Denali, which we did on this day, and I'll throw that picture, a little video up here as well. And we also love to come here because some friends of ours, Crystal and Reeve from Flat Tire Farm, they also have a booth at this market. And they are vendors there. But we love to go there, and we stock up on our blueberry bourbon barbecue sauce for the winter. They have awesome goat milk soap that's wonderful as well. And I love to get their lemon curd when they have that, amongst many other wonderful products that they have. These two, they're very genuinely wonderful people. And we've followed their off-grid journey on YouTube the last few years. So towards the end, I'm going to share a word from Flat Tire Farms with their permission as well. All right, we're going to bring you along. We are in Willow, Alaska. We are here for the first farmers market of this year, of 2026. And the little museum, the Willow Historical and Wildlife Museum, is also open. I've actually been in there. There's some wonderful information in there. This is also the official start of the Willow start to the Iditarod. So if you visit Willow, or if you're local and want to come over to this museum, it does cost a little bit, just a couple dollars to get in, but they have some great information in here on the history of the Iditarod as well as many relics and pieces from this particular area of Alaska as it was being built up. So we're going to bring you along to the farmers market. And this down here, if you see the wooden sign there, the Iditarod sled dog race, this is the lake. We put out a video on the start of the Iditarod, and that is the lake that they start out on. We were down there standing in about negative 25-degree temperatures on the day that it started.
on there, but that's like.
Got coffee, jewelry, home goods, clothing. Oh my gosh. Ooh, fireweed lemonade. Yum. Jingle jellies. Ooh. Neat. They've got woodworking. Today's their first weekend, so they do have some pony rides today.
I think you guys need the pistachio chocolate.
It's my tie-dye. We got to come back to get some pistachio chocolate cookies. More jewelry. Oh, look.
Hello, I'm Crystal. We have Flat Tire Farm YouTube channel and Goat's Milk Soap business. If you're local and you live in Alaska, come out to the Willow's Farmers Market every Friday afternoon, 2 to 7, from now till Labor Day. We have blueberry bourbon barbecue sauce, which you can't buy on the website, lemon curd, and as always, lots of goat's milk soap.
All right, so we are back at one of our favorite places, the Willow Farmers Market, and we just did a thing.
We did a thing.
We did a thing.
Times 4.
Times 4. So we are adding to our homestead. We are adding to our family goats times 4.
4 baby goats.
Yeah, we just purchased 4 baby goats and can't wait to tell the kids.
Yeah.
Kyrie will be so excited.
It's going to be a wild ride.
It sure will be. So we are actually headed home to go build a home
Goat
for
enclosure.
goats. Yep. And then we're gonna get our new goats tomorrow. I'm so excited.
4th of July goats.
Yay.